Hi, I'm Dr. Sid Pinedo. I'm the President and CEO of Children's Fund. For over 30 years, Children's Fund has worked really as the ideal public-private partnership. And so through our partnership with the County of San Bernardino and the countless nonprofit organizations throughout the county, we are able to identify the needs of children. And then we work to fill those needs. And we do it through what we call 3 pillars: support, opportunity, and hope. Support has to do with basic needs. So how do we stabilize the mind, body, spirit, and soul of a child? Meet those basic needs so that when we want to talk to them, they can hear us because they're no longer hungry, they're no longer cold, they're no longer scared or tired. And then we move on to opportunity. So we think about access to educational opportunities or job skill training and enhancement. We know that once you receive an education, no one can take that from you. And so that helps you to provide an avenue by which you could become self-sufficient and self-sustainable. And the last one is hope. In the County of San Bernardino, every day there are over 100 cases of abuse that are reported. And the most severe cases get referred to a Children's Assessment Center. We were co-founders of that center and we remain their fiscal agent to this day. This is our 31st annual Celebration of Giving campaign. And so for over 30 years, we have partnered with Spark of Love, with San Bernardino County Fire, and with First 5 San Bernardino. And so what we do is we provide toys and gifts for those children, those kids that otherwise wouldn't receive one at this time of year. What's critical about that is that society tells kids that if you misbehave, if you're naughty, you don't get a toy. But what happens when you don't receive a toy out of no fault of your own? That child, that youth begins to believe the narrative that they are naughty, that they're not good and that they're not worthy. And so we aim to break that cycle, to break that belief, and then show them in a tangible manner that they have value and that they have worth and that someone cares about them. And so through that partnership this year, our goal is to collect and distribute at least 40,000 toys throughout the entire county of San Bernardino. So we often get asked, how can I support and how can I become a part of the Celebration of Giving? And it starts right here. So individuals, organizations, and companies can come and deliver toys or gifts or even donations that we can use to purchase gifts for needy children, for vulnerable youth. And so what happens is that they will arrive here and we will welcome them and thank them for being a part of this incredible partnership. And then what we do is inventory what it is that they're bringing. And the reason that we do that is because we take into account what type of toy it is, and then we sort it over here, and that becomes all part of our process. What I also like to share is that this is really more of the Santa's Workshop model, meaning that all the toys are collected here, they're sorted, and then we fill orders for those nonprofits and for our county agency partners. And so once we take an inventory of that, we want people to share that they've received, that they were part of this amazing partnership. So we like to give them an I Give sticker with our logo on it. And this allows them to share with their family and friends and other organizations that they are participating and that they are also giving to help other kids. The incredible volunteers that we're blessed to have, we're able to receive those gifts. And once we've inventoried them and filled out the appropriate paperwork, right, we move over to this area over here. And there now, the volunteers help to put those toys in the different boxes that are then sorted out by age group and by gender. And then from there is how we will fill the orders. So this is your test, right? So we're going to see, right? So we're going to see how well you do at this, right? We have a bunch of toys in here that we received as donations, right?
Right.
And so what we're going to do is we'll look, right? And first thing we want to do is look at the ages, right?
6 months.
6 months and older, right? So we know this is going to be for baby, a toddler, baby-ish, right? And so we have some of these that we've already received and have already sorted, but we figure since you were here, we're going to put you to work.
I'm down for it. Let's do it.
We all know what it's like, right, to see the face of a child that's receiving a gift,
100%.
right? And they feel alive, they feel powerful, they feel encouraged, right, and motivated. And what's interesting is that that's what awakens their creative spirit as well.
I agree.
Because if they have a toy truck, right, or if they have a doll, or something like that, they start to imagine the scenery in which they're placing that toy. And so it's more than just giving something, right? It's truly awakening their body, their spirit, and their soul. Because now they can see themselves doing something else, right? They can feel themselves, not only feel the joy of receiving the gift, but imagining themselves as an artist, as a doctor, right? As a mechanic, as a teacher. Whatever it is now, we awaken that spirit in
It's
them.
so interesting that you say that, because for one of my Christmas, my parents gave me a little sewing machine. And today we have a clothing store.
You see?
Yeah, like full circle kind of. And I know how to sew.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It started with a toy, right?
Yeah.
That then allowed you, and then someone nurturing, right?
Right.
That talent and that skill set. And so here what we have is we had an incredible donation from Elf Cosmetics, and they gave us just thousands and thousands of individual units of makeup and different items here, right? You're gonna have to help me because I'm not gonna understand what all this is. So how about I hand it to you and you tell us what it is?
Okay, so this is a wax pencil, which is for the eyebrows.
Okay.
This is a shimmer palette, my favorite stuff to look glowy and highlight it. This right here is a jumbo lip gloss. Everybody needs lip gloss in their life. Well, yeah. This is waterproof eyeliner. This is really good stuff. This is trendy stuff. This is a blue waterproof eyeliner. So it goes in your waterline. It doesn't smudge. Now I'm selling you the product.
I know, right?
Big time. This is really cool stuff. So all of this in one bag goes to one girl.
Right, we'll go to one individual, right?
Oh, awesome.
And so what's great about that then is that we will put it all together like this, right, in order to protect it.
Right.
And you notice this is quality stuff, right?
Right.
And so what's great about it then is that we have one of our volunteers over here who's helping us to then take this bag, right? And we're putting it in some nice decorative bags here. And again, because presentation is extremely important as well, right?
100%.
And so this now will get wrapped as you see her doing it. She'll tie it all up, and this then becomes something that a youth will be able to receive.
I'll do one bag. Do you set it up in a certain way, or do you kind of just place them
I kind of make sure they're all facing
a
outwards.
certain way? Okay.
But once again, when we present it as if they were walking into a Mac counter, right? Or they were walking into a store, that reminds them that somebody cares. People will ask us, 40,000 toys, do you really need that much?
Yeah.
And what we have to remember is that in our county of San Bernardino, 1 in 4 children are living in poverty, and almost 7,000 are in foster care. 40,000 doesn't even meet the need.
Yeah.
Last year, we collected just over 37,000 toys and gifts, and we had to turn away nonprofit organizations that were seeking out toys and gifts to be able to distribute in their communities. So we're hoping to reach 40,000. I believe we will with the support of the community. Community always responds and comes together to be able to help, especially at this time of year, right?
Right.
But we're hoping that 40,000 will at least cover and make an impact in those lives of children and families this year.
Awesome. Talk to us a little bit about teenagers. We're trying to collect more toys for the teenage group.
When we think about shopping for toys, we think about those little ones. And it's absolutely important, and we need those. The teenagers, they get sometimes forgotten, right? And so those teenager gifts are extremely important. And that's why, like I said, we're looking for things like curling irons, makeup, something that they're going to be able to use that they otherwise wouldn't be able to get. And then we're also looking for gift cards, because those gift cards, like we said, allow them to go and have that shopping experience, allow them to pick something. Because I have some teenager nephews, nieces, and godchildren, and they're the hardest to shop for.
That's
right?
true.
And they get just as excited at receiving a gift card as that little 3-year-old or 6-year-old gets with receiving that other toy. The next step then is that we will, those nonprofit organizations or county agencies that we work with, they're going to request the toys that they need. So they're going to tell us for what age group, for the gender, and how many. And once it goes through our screening process and we approve it, then those orders then now are fulfilled. So it's almost like starting with the basket now on the other side, right? So now we're getting to fill the basket with those orders. And for some organizations or departments, it's as little as 20, 50, or 100. For some of our larger county agencies, it could be a couple of thousand, 3,000 or 4,000 toys and gifts that they're receiving. So now we're filling up large boxes, pallets like this, and then they're coming now to pick them up in order to take back in order to distribute.
So that's like the full process of all of this stuff, huh?
I would say the last part is what sometimes gets lost in this holiday spirit. And that is that being able to sit back and know that you played a role in bringing some holiday magic to a child and a family that otherwise would not have been able to experience it. We were able to adopt some families last year, and these were families that were having an especially difficult time, or more difficult time than some of the other families that we get to serve. And there was a little boy who was playing with this truck that he received, and he had this big smile on his face. And so I asked him how he felt, and he said, "This was my dream." And I right away thought that he was referring to the toy truck that he was playing with. But I asked him, "Well, what is?" And he pointed over at his family and his sisters and his parents, and he said, "That right there, that they're able to open gifts too." And so this little kid reminded me and us of what the holiday spirit is really about. It's about giving, and it's about fulfilling dreams for others. If you're interested in supporting our Celebration of Giving campaign, if you want to volunteer, you want to gift some toys, or even a donation so that we could purchase gift cards, or you want to give gift cards, right? Go to our website, www.childrensfund.org. There's a banner on top or a button that says Celebration of Giving. You can tap on that, and that'll give you information on how to volunteer, how to donate, or how to be part of our Children's Fund family that makes dreams come true.